Hey, this is Ben, standing here under a tree, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 ways that you can start to listen to what your body is saying. Now, I'm really excited about this video because in our society today, we are trained to ignore our body. We're literally trained from a young age to suppress the desires of our body, to switch it off, and to listen to our rational mind. Now, this is fine if we're living in a world of robots. Unfortunately, however, we're living in a world where feeling and intuition plays a huge role in the quality of our life. Think about the fact that everything you love about your life comes back to a feeling. Absolutely everything. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's competing in sport, it doesn't matter if it's eating food, making love, spending time with your friends, spending time with your family, achieving success in your career. It all comes back to this feeling of reward or escape from pain in the end. So the quality of your life is completely determined by your body, the quality of your feelings. Now, what do I mean when I say your body? Well, what I'm describing there is I'm talking about everything that isn't your conscious mind and brain, okay? So your subconscious mind is that part which you're completely unaware of, which is all to do with your feelings, to do with the unseen parts of your mind, the things that you're just not consciously aware of on your normal day-to-day existence. Now, what does it mean when I talk about this subconscious mind? What am I actually talking about there in a little bit more detail, and how does it relate to your conscious mind? Well, imagine your entire being as a tree. Okay, so your mind, body, spirit, heart, emotions, all of that. Imagine it's sort of like a tree. And at the top of the tree, you've got these leaves growing, okay? The leaves are growing out of the top of the branches, and they're taking in all of that carbon dioxide and they're putting out that oxygen, okay? So imagine your brain sort of like the leaves on your tree. It's kind of like the gateway between the inner world and the outer world. It's processing, taking in information, and putting output back out through your actions and words. The trunk of the tree is kind of like your less conscious mind, and then the roots going into the ground are like your deep unconscious mind or your deep subconscious mind. And this is the part of you which is actually connected. If you think of the roots of a tree down in the earth, this is the part of you, your subconscious mind, which is connected with the rest of the universe. Okay, some might call it universal intelligence. Whatever it is that allows us to access information which our conscious mind doesn't normally access. You know, when you've got an intuition or a sudden knowing of what's going on. So that's how you can sort of think about your mind and your body. So what does your body actually do? Like, why do we want to listen to our body? Why do we want to pay attention to it? Well, your body, if you allow it to, is actually an amazing and powerful guide beyond what you could comprehend. Okay, your body knows things, again, because it's connected into that universal intelligence that your conscious mind just simply doesn't know. What your conscious mind is basically what your subconscious spits up. What your conscious mind knows is what your subconscious mind spits up to it, or the immediate stimulus that's going on around it. That's about all it knows, okay? It doesn't actually have access to all of that rich information that your subconscious does. So in that sense, your subconscious has been keeping you safe throughout your entire life. Every time you've escaped from a dangerous situation, it's been your subconscious kicking in. Anytime you've been drawn to meet the right person in the right place at the right time, that's been the function of your subconscious. And if you allow it to, your subconscious will lead you to those experiences and moments in your life, lead you to meet the right people, lead you into the right relationships. It'll help you decide what the perfect career is for you. Your subconscious knows exactly why you're here. It knows what your purpose is. So if you're going to live a fulfilling life, you need to get in touch with and get to know your subconscious and your body very well. Okay, it's an amazing, amazing guide. So a little word on anxiety and depression. Anxiety and depression can be seen as simply you refusing to pay attention to what your body is saying. Okay, because our bodies are continually speaking but we learn to turn that volume dial right down. We start to ignore them. So anxiety, depression, rampant psychological issues going on in our society right now, in fact, higher than they've ever been, higher rates of these issues that people are dealing with than we've ever seen before. What does that come back to? Well, we're also living in a time when we've been trained more than ever to use our rational mind for everything and not pay attention to our body. So when we really tune into our bodies, what we'll start to hear is our body saying, I don't want to be here. I don't want to work this shitty job. I don't want to be around these people. I don't want to listen to that music. I want to go over there. All right, I want to go eat some fruit over there. I want to go running in the field. I want to go, help people, do some fulfilling work. I want to create stuff. That's what your subconscious is saying. But when we ignore it on a continuous basis, what we're doing is suppressing the deep desires of our heart, and it's no wonder this results in depression. It's literally our body screaming at us saying, I don't want any more part of this. Unfortunately, our conscious mind just keeps pushing on and on because it's been trained to do that. So that is a large part of the anxiety and depression problem we're facing in society today. Ignoring our bodies. Another thing, if you're interested in manifestation, is a lot of people really struggle with this whole concept of manifestation. The whole idea that we can create what we think about continually, okay, what we focus our imagination on, our powerful imagination, which has the power to create anything. Why do so many people have blockages and problems with manifestation? Well, it comes back to the body again. Okay, so many things in our lives all tie back to this issue of not listening to our body. Because what we create is literally what we are, okay? We get more of what we are. That's just a principle that's in place that is immutable. That's just how it happens. So it doesn't matter how much you concentrate on manifesting $1 million. If your body is saying, I feel weak, tired and small, and I don't feel worthy of abundance, that's what you're going to manifest. Okay, you're not going to manifest $1 million and a sports car and a $2 million mansion on the beach. It's not how it works. You're going to manifest whatever your body is putting out, because your body is continually putting out a certain type of energy. Okay, so manifestation is also very heavily affected by this. So what if you can't actually hear your body? Okay, you might be saying to me, Ben, I really do want to listen to my body, but I've never been able to hear it. Okay, that's a pretty common thing. That was me for a long time. What if you can't actually hear your body? Well, again, all that's going on there is you've shut your body up for so long, you've told it to be quiet for so long that it's responded to that and it's learned to just be quiet, okay? So don't worry, I'm going to be sharing these 5 steps on how you can tune into your body in just a moment, even if this is something that you find very difficult. You might find it very difficult to hear your intuition. So here are the 5 steps. The first step to becoming more in tune with what your body is saying is becoming quiet. Okay, so right off the back of that last thing I shared with you, you actually need to quiet down your conscious mind. So how do you do that? Easiest way to become silent is to literally stop moving, sit on your ass, sit on the ground, close your eyes, and just watch your thoughts, okay? And if you want more detail on how to do this, I've got another video on the basics of meditation, which I'll link to below this video. Okay, so you want to just put yourself into a state of stillness and allow your thoughts to run. And after a while, what happens to your thoughts is they naturally start to wind down. And as those thoughts in your conscious mind, remember the leaves on the trees, all busy and moving up here in the wind, as that starts to calm down, you will start to hear what your body is saying. You'll naturally start to hear what's going on in your body as you silence those running thoughts. Okay, that's step number 1. Step number 2 is you want to stop suppressing your feelings. All right, this is another big one which is rampant in our society today. I would say as a man, particularly what I've experienced is men are encouraged a lot more to suppress their feelings and push their feelings down and put on brave face, put on a game face. That's the worst thing you can possibly do for the quality of your life, okay? It's not doing you any favors. So I've got a video on doing shadow work, which I'll also link to below. But basically you want to start to listen to your shadow, those darker, more uncomfortable, more socially unacceptable feelings that are going on inside of you. These are the key ones you want to pay attention to, because these are the ones which your body has been holding onto for the longest time and is most ashamed of. You actually want to start practicing unconditional acceptance of the feelings that are happening in your body, all right? That's step number 2. The most powerful thing that you can do to listen to your body is to accept whatever comes up, okay? And the easiest way to do this, again, is to be silent and then to watch the feelings that come up in your body, to literally watch them, observe them. And another great technique for this is you can just start to journal, okay? Just start journaling, start writing down what thoughts, what feelings are coming up, and pay real close attention to everything that comes up and accept it completely. Step number 3, this is a major one, breathe. Breathe deeply. And this goes hand in hand with stilling the mind, but the breath is said to be the life, okay? Breath is life. And so as you're breathing in deeper, you're bringing more life into your body, into every part of your body, and you're actually activating those dormant parts which have been quiet for so long. So you want to just really learn to breathe very deeply. You want to breathe into the deepest parts of your body very slowly in and very slowly out. Okay, an easy way to do this is just in for 10, hold for 10 if you can, and out for 10, over and over and over again. Okay, so that's step number 3 for becoming more in tune with your body. Step number 4 is you want to start to act on your feelings more. Okay, you want to start to be, and this might rustle a few feathers here, but you want to start to be more impulsive. Okay, you want to get in touch with that more primal part of who you are, and you want to listen to those feelings and intuitions and instincts and act on them. Again, we're in a society where we're very conditioned to be a particular way, to do what's socially acceptable, to follow social rules and obligations, and all of this is stifling the language of our body, all right? So you want to start to take action on what your body is telling you. You want to really pay attention to that. And if you want to learn the language of what your body is saying, here's a really big tip, okay? I'm going to be doing some videos on the subconscious mind and the language it speaks in through dreams and through your imagination. But basically you want to picture your subconscious mind as communicating using symbols, metaphors, analogies, archetypes, and pictures. Okay, that is the language of the subconscious mind. So in your dream life, you want to start to pay attention to recurring symbols, metaphors, pictures that come up for you, all right? Even in your conscious life, you might just be naturally drawn to certain images. You might have an emotional response to certain images. You might have an emotional response to certain colors. You might have recurring dream patterns. Start to pay attention to that stuff and ask yourself, what is that? Where does that come from? What are you saying to me, body? Ask those questions. Start to get familiar with the language of your body in order to hear what your body's trying to tell you. And then number 5, the number 5 way for you to start becoming more in tune with what your body is saying is to start eating mindfully. All right, eating mindfully. So how do you do this? Your body knows what it wants to eat. It knows exactly what it needs. It knows exactly what energizes it and what drains it. So all you really need to do here is start paying attention to what foods are draining you immediately after you've eaten them, what foods are making you feel sluggish, tired, lethargic, and what foods are energizing you, because that's really what food should be doing. You should be finishing a meal, springing up from the table or springing off the picnic rug or whatever you're doing, and feeling full of vitality and full of energy. Pay attention to what your body responds to really well and start to eat more of those foods and cut all the other rubbish out of your diet completely. Just let it go. In this way, your body's going to start to speak to you more clearly, and you'll start to get more connected to and more in tune with your body. So I hope those 5 strategies for hearing what your body is saying have really helped you. I encourage you to go and practice those. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with a friend, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I will see you on a future video.